Thank you so much for doing this. Yeah, I'm sorry for actually bugging you.
No, it's very okay. I'm having a lot of fun.
I'm gonna start with the questions, okay?
Yes.
First question. What are you rating the book out of 5?
I am rating it a solid 4 to 4.25. And it was just a blast for me to read it. It had so much happy moments, and it was such relatable to me because of the plot points that are in it, etc. So of course we can talk about the book in depth, but if we are talking about overall narrative of it, I think that the conversations which are taking place in the book, sorry, singular, it's very important, and hence I think that it was a 4 to 4.25 read for me. It was very enjoyable.
Yes, I agree with that completely. Second question. If you
Yeah.
have to describe the book in one word, what would it be?
Well,
It can be anything.
I think that it has to be accepting, because there are these. I can't stop giggling. Why am I giggling? Okay.
Because I am making funny faces.
Okay, so there is this big theme in the book about accepting and staying true to who you are and not changing yourself just for the sake of somebody else to like you. And it is something which is really important to me, because I am a huge pushover. I'll just go talk to someone and talk in the way in which I think they will like me to talk. So, I mean, that is something which was really important to me and stuck to me as a person, whatever Randy was going through in the book. And it was just a beautiful message about it. If there is another word, if I have to do this, I think it would be queer, because representation. It is awesome in this book.
Like one of the best reps
Ever.
ever. Like, yeah. Okay. Third question. Who was your favorite character?
I mean, I am Tone, but I relate to Randy more. But I have to say, my favorite character is George, because we all need a friend like him.
Yeah,
It's that if we relate him to Lion King, he is the much cooler version of Timon and Pumbaa combined.
he is. Yeah,
An absolute queen, and the best friend you can ever get. So supportive, so stylish, and so sassy. I mean,
yeah. That's important. We all need a sass, like a
yeah.
little bit sass in our life.
So
So
he
yeah, George.
Yeah,
For
I
me
mean,
too, actually.
yeah, right. If he could, move around the town with a glitter cloud on his hand, constantly drenching him with glitter, and
Fourth question. What do you
yes,
think about the writing style?
it was quite lucid and quite simple. The whatever prose was in it, it was just like flowing in a way, and it was easy to read. And I think that's all that matters, because there are times when this book gets explicit as well, but you don't really get bothered by it. Nor are those
Yeah,
nor are those descriptions, fancy descriptions of stuff, and it's just a very easy read.
like they eased us into it. Like
Yeah, exactly.
it didn't gross us out or something.
It's
Yeah,
very understandable to us.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah. Uh, Last question in the spoiler-free zone.
Yeah.
That is, which if there is any part of the book that touched you or moved you or made like changes in the way you think, what is it? Is
I
there a part like that, and what is it?
There are many parts like that, and there are many conversations in the book which I was not privy to before. And after reading that, it has broadened my mind quite a lot more. But other than that, there are several scenes that were heartwarming for me. One was where everybody in the drama cabin gives George a group hug, and it was just so special. Another one is where we start first seeing, the real Hudson when he takes him to the cliff, where he hasn't taken, and where he takes Randy to the cliff, where he hasn't taken any of his previous boyfriends before. And there we start talking about his grandmom and all. It was really
Yeah,
cute, and it just touched me a lot. Character development is awesome.
yeah. It is like, yeah, props to the author for that. Okay, we are going to enter the spoiler zone where you can
Let's
give
go.
answers with spoilers. What is your favorite part of the story?
Okay, so the point where I started really loving the story was there was this swimming pool scene where Paz, another character, she says that all these masculinity and femininity and all those gender ideals, they don't really matter, and that's where I thought that this book is doing something good. But if I have to say about my favorite part, it's the big scene after the obstacle course race where Randy's cabin crushes Hudson's cabin, and
Yeah.
have this conversation where the exposition scene. It was very teary, and Hudson uses the F word, and it was very emotional. It was.
Yeah.
I love that scene. I love how it is done.
Who do you think handled it more maturely? For me, I felt like Hudson like took his
Hudson.
time and yeah, got back. But were you annoyed with Randy a little?
I
I think I
was
told you, right? That he was being yeah, but then again they're teenagers, so we can't really help it. But yeah,
exactly. I mean, the guy standing in the rain for you. Just go and talk to him for a minute.
I know, right? Forget that he's helping you when you're hurt, and
Yeah.
you still don't want to talk to him. Yeah, that was. I felt like Hudson went all out after he took that break to,
Yeah.
understand what. Yeah. Next question. Who's your favorite ship other than Randy and Hudson?
I'm not going to use the ship name, but George and Brad, because they are just so
That
cute,
weird.
and they are
Yeah.
very cute together. I know, even there is that the other part, the king part of it, the hairy ass and all. So they are very cute together. They accept each other for who they are, and that is something which is really good about their relationship. Brad, who is this masculine stereotype at the starting, he starts wearing nail polish for George. That is so cute, these little things.
Is there something you would like to change about the book?
Thematically and narratively, no, there are parts where I was irritated, but as you previously said, teenagers do dumb things. It's okay. I wouldn't change anything in the story. I just wish I had gotten, like, at the first I was quite irritated about the flashbacks from previous years, but we started seeing that those were important. So I just
Yeah.
thought that I wanted a bit more about how Randy was before. So I thought that it would be good, really good, if there were a few more flashbacks. Really fleshing out who Randy was as a person. There are hints about that, but you don't see him in his full glory at that time, except for the jumpsuit moment.
Hmm. I
So
love the jumpsuit moment. It's like, how much did you love the different take at the acknowledgements in the end?
absolutely amazing. I think every author should do it, but then what would be the fun in it? I
Yeah.
mean, I think
I
that
don't think everybody can pull it off actually.
yeah, exactly. Like, if I have to acknowledge Rosen with a character in the book, I think it would be George. Yes,
I
absolutely.
was about to say that. It's like George is like a sorry, the bookish version of uh, Rosen because it's so clear that he's so dramatic.
I know, right? If we
Yeah.
met the author in real life, I'm sure he's very cool, and he's very spazzy. Like George, I think he would be a really fun person to hang around with. I
Oh my.
personally feel that, even if the acknowledgements feel like make him feel like this kind of drama queen who is being dragged off the stage.
Okay, last question. On a
Yes.
scale of 1 to 10, how amazing do you think I am?
I think 15.
That's
15.
that I was expecting 12.
Yeah, I did, but then every time I get to interact with you, it just increases.
Oh,
I said this previously before. I just need to go and go onto my terrace and shout from the rooftop that you are amazing. I mean,
don't do that. I'm done with my questions. But thank you so much for doing this again. Yeah, like I wouldn't be able to actually ask if it was somebody else. Let's do it again. I would probably just say there was a problem. Maybe next time.
thank you so much for having me. I also have a couple of questions though. So the first one I know the answer to, but still I have to. It is that, who would you have as your best friend? We have already stand him a lot, so why would it be George?
So George. because I'm going to have somebody who's going to make me the most uh, amazingly dressed. He's going to give me so much. Like he's going to be that person in the audience that is going to cheer on anything that I'm going to be doing. Like, he's going to be that supportive, and he's going to tell everything to me honestly.
He'll just make you feel very, very special.
Yeah, he will.
Yeah.
So that's George, because he's the best friend you can ever have. The best kind of friend ever.
Definitely. The second question is a surprise kind of question because I haven't asked this before.
Ooh.
A movie is made, right? And they are casting you, and it is your choice to, play any character. So
in this book?
Yeah, in the book. Who would you play?
Probably, I don't know, maybe I'll be silent and see, I can't act. So, wait, I forgot the name of the shit, yeah. What is the name of Ashley's former crush?
Janice.
Janice, yeah. Janice. Yeah, I'll probably be Janice because I know how to swim. So,
just sitting by the pool and, asking people to stop splashing each other.
So probably Janice, because I wouldn't want to be a part of the main story and jeopardize the movie with my amazing acting skills.
Okay, I just have one last question, and it is about representation in this book. There is some amazing representation. We touched upon it in the Q&A. You asked me earlier as well, but why do you think it's so important for of course this is set in a queer camp, and of course there's going to be representation, but still it's important for mainstream readers to read it. Mainstream is not something I should describe them as, but more and more general public.
People who are we can call them people who are unaware, maybe. Yeah. So since we've already discussed this, so basically, like, the best part about the book is it doesn't glorify anything.
Yeah.
It shows us different sides of everything. Like I already said, like Connie's line where she says that each coming out is different. Some are like really well accepted, some are outright rejected, some need time and all of that. So I feel like it was very close to reality, and in a way, I think the best way to teach people something is through comparison. By saying that there are, two people, one person was like really well accepted, and this other person has to change everything that he thought he was just because of how he was oppressed. I think that will come across to people in a much better way and easy way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that another part of this book about Joan's LGBTQIA plus lectures about the history, they are also something that people should really read.
So are you done with the question?
Yep.
I guess we did it. Oh my God, I'm so excited that we did. Thank you so much for doing this. I can't wait to read more books with you.